And welcome here, USA South Men's Conference basketball action. Semifinals of the tournament here. We're going to bring you the national anthem, and then we'll bring you the starting five and tip-off of today's men's basketball action.
Number 2 seeded Monarchs, Methodist University, taking on number 3 seeded Scots of Maryville College. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that everyone please rise, honor America with the playing of the national anthem.
Fulcher. And welcome back. USA South Conference men's basketball tournament action. My name is Eddie Glenn. I'm joined by Lindsey Fulcher. And we're going to bring you the starting five lineups for each team. First, I have the starting five for the Maryville College Scots. Number 1, Jay Boyer. Number 20, Dante Hoppa. Number 21, hot hand shooter, Calvin Songster. Number 32, Tyler Spicer. Number 33, Big Colt Noakes. And Lindsey, you're here with the Methodist University Monarchs starting five.
All right, we've got number 3, Brian Rouse. Number 10, Blake Davis. Number 22, Davion Ayabarano. Number 52, the big Jackson Whitley. And number 23, Ray Hall.
Definitely, and Lindsey, Jackson Whitley, he stands at 6'9", 210 pounds. No team in the conference has anyone to compete with him. He's just way too tall for everybody else in the conference. And to go along with him, number 22, Davion Ayabarano, is been absolutely sensational this season for the Monarchs. As we mentioned yesterday, he is in contention for Player of the Year, probably the front runner for Player of the Year next year. And he's going to have the best shot in the conference, in my opinion, to get that accolade. And just to talk about Maryville a little bit, 21, Calvin Songster is an amazing shooter. He shoots the three ball just as good as anybody else in this conference, Lindsey. And if you leave him open, he will punish you, no doubt about it. He'll pull something out there in Steph Curry land, and he'll throw him down the bottom of the hoop as both teams enter the court to get our tip-off. We want to thank the USA South Conference for letting us use their YouTube channel by way of the Avery Sports Network. Again, my name is Eddie Glenn, joined by Lindsey Fulcher, and we look to have an exciting game, an exciting day of basketball here. I want to thank you for joining us. We know some of you at Greensboro could be at the Brantley Gilbert concert, but no, you're here listening to us, and we want to thank you. Tip off 1, Jackson Whitley. This is going to be Ray Hall with the ball here over to Ayabarano. Jackson Whitley, top of the key. Over to Rouse. Rouse over to number 10, Davis. And there's going to be a foul called early. And that foul is going to be called up against number 32, Tyler Spicer, the senior forward. He stands at 6'5". He comes from Burns, Tennessee. Jackson Whitley. And that's Rouse with the three-point attempt, and it is good for the first bucket of semifinals action here. And it is a three-pointer. And this is Boyer, excuse me. And that's Noakes driving in against Big Jackson Whitley. The reverse layup is good. Ray Hall down low to Aya Moreno. He's going to spot up in his face and shoot it. And he makes it. Jay Boyer on top of the ball over to Songster. You better watch out. He will shoot that three-pointer at a moment's notice. Spicer back to Boyer. Boyer crossing over, finding some space here. Back to Songster. Songster looking for someone to pass it to. He backs out, gives a pump fake over to Noakes. Noakes against Jackson Whitley gets blocked. Spicer tries to save the ball from going out of bounds. He does, but just to the wrong team. This is Ray Hall. Over to Aya Moreno. And he's trying to find a number 10, Blake Davis, cutting across the middle. Just overshot him there by just a little bit, maybe a couple of inches. And that couple of inches backwards, and that's a couple points there for the Monarchs. But nevertheless, it is Scott's basketball, and Boyer is in transition. This is number 20, Hoppa with the ball over to Songster. He's going to pull up for three. Off the back of the rim, Jackson Whitley on the rebound. This is Ray Hall. He's going to handle. Ray Hall, a nice crossover to get to the rim and get the bucket. Left his man out there on the perimeter. Going to be Boyer. He's going to direct traffic here for the Scots. He gives it off to Spicer. Spicer. Back to Boyer. Boyer to Songster. Songster's cutting. He passes it out. And that's Spicer for the three-point attempt, and it is good. Wednesday, an exciting game so far, 7-5. Monarchs lead early, but it has definitely been back and forth. This is Ray Hall trying to get to the rim again, and he's going to get fouled on the shot. And he's going to go to the line for two more. Ray Hall, a good three-point shooter for this team, or a free throw shooter, excuse me, shoots 65% from the charity stripe. First shot clanks off the back of the rim. Ray Hall loading up to try and make this second one and capitalize on a attempt here. And he does. 1 for 2 from the line as Ray Hall had a good game yesterday. Helped this Monarchs team advance to the semifinals. Songster over to Spicer. Spicer facing up. The spot up three-pointer is good. And he just looked at Aya Moreno in the eyes and threw it down the bucket anyway. 8-8 is your score. Ray Hall over to Aya Moreno. Moreno trying to find Whitley. He found Noakes instead. A good steal there for the Scots. This is going to be Boyer to Songster. Songster looked for space to work. Didn't find any, but he's going to pull up for three. No good. Rebounded by Ray Hall. Hall over to Davis. Davis going to drive in, looking for the foul. and didn't get one. And it looked like that was number 20, Dante Hopper, trying to save the ball. Stepped out of bounds, though.
Now, Eddie, we're looking to have a pretty close game today with Maryville being our number 3 seed and Methodist being number 2.
Definitely, and both teams had great games yesterday. Methodist having a fantastic game. They did what they wanted with Greensboro yesterday and some. And Maryville, they played Piedmont in a close game. They pulled it out in the end, though. But nevertheless, these two teams are very good shooting teams, very good coach teams. That is Noakes. And that's a great pass there from number 20, Dante Hopper, to find Noakes. And the Noakes-Whitley matchup is proving to be a good one early on. As this is Whitley putting up a shot, getting his own rebound, and putting up the second chance points. You just can't out-rebound Whitley. Stands at 6'9". It's NBA height. Songster to Spicer to Noakes. Noakes, turnaround Jay, no good. And this is Aya Moreno with the rebound. 12-10 is your score. 15 minutes remaining in this half. It's going to be Davis driving in. And Jackson Whitley going to pull up from 3. No good. Probably could have found a better shot there. And that's Hopper going to show that he can shoot the 3 ball. Lindsay, a lot of 3-point attempts so far in this game. As we mentioned earlier, both teams very good 3-point shooting basketball teams. And what moves there from number 3, Rouse. And a good look at the rim. Just couldn't get the ball to fall. As this is going to be Spicer. Spicer, nice jab step. He's going to drive in. Outside to Hopper. Hopper, another 3-point attempt. And he's on fire right now. They are red hot as Maryville. Your score is 16-12. Scots have caught the hot hand from 3-point land. And that's Davis driving in and getting the bucket for the Monarchs. It's going to be Songster with the ball. Back to Hopper. Hopper going to pass the ball. Back to Hopper. Hopper finding Noakes. Way to haul it in from Noakes. Another good assist to Noakes there from Hopper. It's going to be Blake Davis handling the ball here for the Monarchs. Thought about taking that 3-point attempt. Decided not to, and it's going to be Jackson Whitley throwing the ball down on the big-time flush. Songster with the ball. Defended by Rouse. Over to Hopper. Hopper to Spicer. Spicer thought about taking that 3-point attempt. Decided not to. And that's Noakes. Noakes going up against Jackson Whitley down there in the paint. And it looks like we're going to take a media timeout here. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back here with you at the Grant Center.
Goldbergs at the line for Maryville.
And we're back here at the Grant Center. Live USA South men's basketball tournament action. We have the Maryville Scots going up against the Methodist Monarchs. And this will be Colton Oaks at the line. He makes his first one. He's got the task of going up against big 6'9" Jackson Whitley. As Jackson Whitley checked out of the game over the break there. And he has been doing fantastic so far. We're going to have a sub check in. This will be number 12, Chris Watson, in for Colton Oaks. Give him a break. As both teams going with a smaller lineup here. Ray Hall got to get across half court. And he does. Gonna look to set something up here. Ray Hall finding Aya Barreno. Aya Barreno, the face up. He finds Ray Hall cutting. Good layup. Aya Barreno almost coming up with that steal there on the inbound. And this will be number 24, Bowman. Bowman over to Estes. Back to Bowman. Bowman back to Estes. Good 1-2 there. Estes going to pull up. And he misses that shot attempt. Rebounded there by number 15, Irving Alburns. And this will be Blake Davis. Looking for space. He finds a crease and gets in. Couldn't get the ball to fall, though. This will be Estes. In transition here. He finds Garcia. Garcia jacking up the three-point attempt. No good. This will be Aya Barreno. Over to Auburn's. Auburn's back to Ray Hall. Ray Hall is going to take the screen set by Reese. And he's going to put up a shot. No good. Rebounded by Emmanuel Garcia. Garcia over to Bowman. Bowman. And Bowman putting up the shot. No good as Maryville fell out of their rhythm that they were in earlier. Missing a couple of back-to-back shots here. Definitely not in any trouble. It is just a two-point game, and they are playing with the lead. This is Blake Davis driving in, finding Auburn's. Auburn's going to drive baseline. Layup no good. Monarchs fighting over the rebound there. Not realizing they were on the same team. And we're going to have a timeout call on the court. When they take it here with them, we'll be back here at the USA South Conference Tournament action. Back here live at the Grant Center. Men's Conference Basketball Tournament action. That's a lot to say, but I said it without a hiccup. Maryville Scots against the Methodist Monarchs. This will be number 1, Boyer. Boyer back to number 30, Bowman. As this is going to be Garcia over to Bowman. Bowman driving in, getting the bucket, and he's going to go to the stripe for one more. I'm going to take this time to mention that take this time to mention that Maryville has 2 Bowmans on the team, Blake Bowman and MEA Bowman. One a junior guard from Knoxville, Tennessee. One a sophomore forward from Dalton, Georgia. So they are not brothers. They're not related. At least I don't think so. Don't quote me on that. And this will be number 3, Rouse. No good. Jumper. Going to be a foul called on the play. Songster, or shot clock, excuse me. Songster will check into the game here for Maryville. Inbound to Boyer. Boyer over to Bowman. Bowman. Back to Boyer. Boyer to Songster. Songster was looking to maybe catch and shoot there. And this is going to be Bowman. Over to number 12. Excuse me, that's number 12, Chris Watson. And that 3-point attempt sails past the rim there. 23-18 is your score. Maryville out in front early. 9:42 remains in the half. And this is Rouse with the ball over to Auburn's. Auburn's a good player off the bench for this Monarchs team is Isaiah Moreno. That's a free throw range jumper, and he's going to make that just about every time. And this is Boyer. As we mentioned earlier, Isaiah Moreno, Lindsay, is really good. Some people don't know how good he is, but he will prove it to you day in and day out. This is Reese with the pass. And Aya Moreno gets fouled on the shot, and he's going to go to the stripe for one more. Aya Moreno, a chance to tie this ball game up as Blake Davis will check in for Ray Hall here.
And Eddie, the Monarchs are very confident in Aya Moreno as he is the first team all-conference for this year. So they're not worried at all with him on the free throw line.
He is, and Aya Moreno, he makes that free throw. The other 4 on that first team, Charles Bryant from Averett, James Contreras Jr. from Averett, Donovan Griffith from Greensboro, and Adrian Moore from NC Wesleyan. Good names to be on that first team with, as those are all premier players in this conference. We'll get a look at some more of those other players later on tonight at the 7 o'clock game featuring Averett University against LaGrange. As Colton Oaks is down there against Jackson Whitley. He gets another bucket. And Lindsay, we highlighted this Jackson Whitley-Colton Oaks matchup earlier, but it looks like Colton Oaks really likes what he sees. And Blake Davis, or excuse me, Jay Boyer called on the blocking foul. It's me, Royce. Or Rouse, excuse me. Amy Huntington, Jackson Whitley. That ball was stolen. It's going to be Jay Boyer all alone. And that's an easy layup, and he's going to convert it. He's not going to miss the easy ones. This is Blake Davis losing his dribble there. As head coach Randy Lambert thought the call should have gone the other way. But nevertheless, Monarchs ball. We will continue basketball here as this is Royce with the ball. Trying to put up that shot attempt, no good. Colton Oaks block his second attempt. Jackson Whitley will be fouled on the play. Jackson Whitley gonna go to the line here. 4-2. Jackson Whitley, a 79% free throw shooter. First shot off the back of the rim This would be number 32, Will Baggett, checking into the game here for the Monarchs, along with number 30, MEA Bowman. Jackson's second shot up and in. Just a 3-point lead here for the Scots. Jay Boyer over to Songster. Songster back to Boyer. Boyer finding Noakes again. And Noakes is having himself an absolute field day down there in the paint. You would think the opposite with Jackson Whitley standing at 6'9", but Colt Noakes just doesn't care. He's going to get his points regardless. This is number 24. That's Reese. Tyrone Reese. Or Troy Nell Reese, excuse me. Wow, I messed that name up. Troy Nell Reese getting a bucket. He's going to go to the line for one more. Timeout called on the court. We're going to take it here with him at the Grant Center. And we are back here at the Grant Center. This will be Troy Nell Reese stepping to the line for two here. First shot is up and in for Reese to capitalize on a three-point play. A good player off the bench is Reese. You can see his right shoulder is taped up there. We hope everything's okay with that shoulder. This is Bowman finding Noakes. And Reese called on that push there. Songster wide open in the corner for three. No good. Monarchs rebound. Scott's almost come up with that turnover, but it does go out of bounds. Will be Monarchs ball.
As we said before, Eddie, it's a close game. And that's a three-pointer, and that's good from number 32, Tyler Spicer. I'm sorry, number 32, Will Baggett from Methodist.
Bowman gonna pump fake, set himself up. No good. That was Hop on the rebound. Bowman, nice moves in the post to get the 2 points. Blake Bowman and Estes will check it to the game here.
With your score being 31-30, Maryville in the lead.
Just a 1-point game. Neither team showing their early advantage here. And if the game remains like this, it will be a battle down to the wire. It looks like there's a situation here with the clock. This is Ray Hall on the inbound for the Monarchs. As they got that clock situation straightened out, it's going to be Aya Moreno finding Ray Hall down low. Colton Oaks on the rebound. Essie's going to push in transition. He finds Bowman. Bowman. He finds Noakes outside. Noakes over to Hopper, who takes the screen. Over to Bowman. Bowman back to trying to find Hopper. But he throws it too far, and there'll be a backcourt violation here by the Scots. Monarchs ball. Ray Hall here. Over to Reese. Reese to Davis. Davis wanted Aya Moreno, but they play good defense on him. So Davis will drive in. He gets the travel card on him. Estes with the ball here. Still a 1-point game. Maryville out in front. M.E.A. Bowman. Bowman. Noakes with the ball down low. And he thought he saw something, but he found a yellow jersey instead. It's Ray Hall next to bucket in transition. It's going to be Estes handling the ball here for the Scots. Hopper backing down. Noakes coming down with the rebound, and he gets the foul. It's going to be Reese called on his second foul of the game. Got to watch out, as you don't want to get in foul trouble early and have to watch for players late. Have players foul out. We saw that a lot with Covenant last night. Went up against Averett. They had 2 seniors foul out in the last 3 minutes and let Averett get on an absolute roll. Can't have leaders fouling out. So this will be Noakes for another 3-point or a free throw attempt. That's good.
And that puts us into the bonus for the Monarchs.
And that does. 5 minutes left. That's big, as any foul on the Monarchs will lead to free throws. So now the Scots will have to be extra cautious. Don't want to give up free points.
Especially in a close game like this. I mean, we're still looking at just 33-32.
And that was number 32, Will Baggett, driving in. 21, Songster, coming in for the block behind, but there was a foul called on the play.
And that ties it up with the Monarchs and the Scots, 33-33.
This is number 22, Malcolm Walker, a 6'4" freshman, checking into the game out of Nashville, Tennessee.
And the second free throw is no good.
Jackson Whitley came down with that rebound. Great job by Mr. Whitley. As this will give the Monarchs another chance for more points. And in basketball, more points is always better. As Baggett loses the ball, this will be Songster against Baggett. Hopper outside over to Garcia. Garcia to Songster. Songster to Hopper. He's going to drive and give it back to Songster for 3, and it's good. 36-33 is your score. Monarchs in the bonus. Scots lead in the game. Aya Moreno thought about pulling up, but didn't have the right form. Should be Rouse. Nice bucket there. Estes directing traffic. Over to Songster. Songster picks up the double team. Hopper down low to. He was down low to Walker. We're going to have Auburns and Davis checking into the game here for the Monarchs. Timeout called on the court. We're going to take it here with them. Absolute Grant Center. And this will be Scott's ball as we're back here. USA South live YouTube channel by way of the AB Sports Network. My name is Eddie Glenn, joined here by Lindsey Fulcher. And this is Hopper outside with the ball over to Estes. Estes over to Songster, and he will pull up with 2 hands in the face.
And it's no good.
Rebounded there by Whitley.
Still a close game as the Maryville Scots are 1 point ahead yet again. It seems they keep finding themselves there.
And Aya Moreno getting the points down low.
That's now putting Methodist 1 point ahead.
A back and forth game. Songster outside over to Estes. Estes to Hopper. Hopper over to Garcia. Garcia going to pull up from 3, and it's good. Nothing but the bottom of the net. As I steal a catchphrase there from my old partner, Davin Wilson. Going to be Royce. Nice pull-up jumper. Or Rouse, excuse me. A nice move to get the ball in the hoop. Hopper outside over to Songster. Songster to Garcia. Garcia temporarily loses the ball, but he can rouse it. Back to Estes. And Estes, nice moves to get the ball on the bottom of the hoop. A nice pull-up jumper of his own. Blake Davis with the ball here. Over to Jackson Whitley. Wide open for 3. He's going to pull it up. And it's good. Jackson Whitley, a 40% free throw shooter there in the regular season. So he can shoot the 3 ball. Songster crossing over, putting up the 3 ball attempt. No good. Rebounded by Hopper. He puts up his own jumper, and it's good. Nice hustle down low by Dante Hopper. as now he's got to guard Davion Ayabareno. He tried the behind-the-back pass, it looked like, by Jackson Whitley. Found a Scott instead. It's going to be Estes. I mean, Auburn's caught on that block. 43-42 is the score in the first half. Monarchs in the bonus, 54 seconds left.
And you've got number 10, Caleb Estes, making that first free throw. Going for a second one here in a second. Your score is 44-42 with Maryville out in front. Looking to be 45-42. And it's good. Now, Eddie, correct me if I'm wrong, but this might be the biggest lead of the game so far. They've been so close.
And it is. Both teams have been edging out to that three-point lead, messing around with that three-point lead and changing leads back and forth. Be a foul called on the play. Foul's called on Blake Bowman. Bowman, junior guard. This will be number 3, Ryan Rouse, shooting the free throws. The junior guard out of Greensboro, North Carolina. 6 foot 170.
And with Methodist in the bonus right now, he's got a second shot to be able to make. The Maryville Scots looking to get that rebound.
And Auburn's will check in. It is now just a 1-point game here, Lindsay. After those free throws, 12.5 seconds separates the shot and game clock.
And Eddie, you see the Scots once again being 1 point ahead.
There's a timeout called on the court, and we're going to take it here with them at the Grant Center. We are back here. Live men's basketball action at the Grant Center. USA South Men's Conference Basketball Tournament. Semifinals. Songster with the ball. Over to Hoppa to Estes. Directing traffic back to Songster. Great passing here. Shot did not count, as it looks like that is big Jackson Whitley, who tried to come through on the block. Like his knee got hurt a little bit there, but he's up. Good to see him healthy and not hurt. Jackson Whitley still got a year left in this league. A junior forward. Another timeout here, and we're going to take it here with them at the Grant Center. And we are back here. 45-44 is your score. 4 teams remain in this conference tournament. Teams are Monarch, Maryville, the Monarchs, Maryville, Averton LaGrange. As Maryville and Methodist play now.
With Averton LaGrange playing tonight at 7.
And it looks like Estes of Maryville is going to dribble out the clock. And he's going to, Maryville wants to take the last shot before half.
And it's good.
Bowman getting a good.
Leaves your score at 47-44 with the Maryville Scots in the lead by 3.
And Lindsay, we're going to take a quick break here. And we'll be right back here with the second half of the semifinals. Second half of the first round of the semifinals. Scots lead. And welcome back here to the Grand Center. Eddie Glenn joined by Lindsey Fulcher. Maryville Scots against the Methodist Monarchs.
And Eddie, we have a score of 47-44 with the Scots in the lead. They've got a 3-point lead right now, and that is the most they've had all game for either team. So we're looking for one team to really get ahead here.
And both teams are going to look to jump out early in the second half, as this could be the final 20 minutes of basketball action for seniors on either team. So both teams are going to play hard and physical. Zay Moreno over to Hall. Hall, jumper, no good. Colton Noakes on the rebound. Sky high for that rebound. Colton Oaks had 14 points in that first half. Really having a monster game down there against Jackson Whitley, as Jackson Whitley gets his hand in there and disrupts that pass. This will be Hoppe inbounding to Boyer. Boyer taking a screen from Spicer. Spicer. Or Boyer over to Songster. Songster down low to Noakes. Noakes going to work against Jackson Whitley. Off the glass. No good. Aya Moreno comes down with that rebound. Ray Hall's going to handle the ball here for the Monarchs. Davis over to Rouse. Rouse to Whitley. Whitley's going to work against Colton Oaks. No good. He grabs his own rebound, puts it back up. No good. Tried to tip it in. No good again. It's going to go to the Scots. Jackson Whitley not getting the luck of the roll, as he did have 8 points in that first half and 5 rebounds. Not a bad game. Just Colton Oaks having 14 points down low against Mr. Whitley. Not what we expected, but Colton Oaks is a great player in his own right. As Boyer getting that floater up over 6'9", Whitley's hand, as Whitley tried to send that back to Maryville. And that's Aya Moreno. Pull-up jumper, no good. Aya Moreno hasn't been able to get going either. Just 9 points in that first half. Foul called against number 33, Colton Oaks. This will be Ray Hall. Ray Hall finding a crease to work with. Getting the shot off, but didn't get it to fall. This is going to be Rouse, no good. Jackson Whitley fighting for that rebound, and Rouse coming up with it. He finds Aya Moreno, who finds Davis. Davis finds Royce. Royce. That's Ray Hall on the foul there. That was Boyer called for that foul. Aya Moreno gets the inbound.
Looking for someone to pass it to. And it's good.
That's Jay Boyer. Went on the three-point attempt, no good. No good. Spicer on the rebound. Down low to Noakes. Noakes finding Hoppe for three as he drew the double team, no good. Jackson Whitley on the rebound. Aya Moreno finding Jackson Whitley. Couldn't get the friendly roll. This is Hoppe crossing over. Finding Spicer for three.
The Maryville Scots are leading 52-47.
And Aya Moreno will change that as you speak. Songs getting that pass, Kicking it out to Hoppa. Hoppa capitalizing for another three-pointer. Isaiah Moreno with the ball over to Whitley. Whitley to Hall. Hall trying to find space. He finds Blake Davis. Blake Davis to Royce, or Rouse, excuse me. Bowman finding Songster, and he gets fouled on the play. Blake Davis called on that foul. Shot is good. And Caleb Estes will check in for Jay Boyer. As Songster looks to capitalize on yet another free throw. And Garcia will check into the game here to give Songster a break. Keeping their players fresh is Methodist. This is Ray Hall with the ball. Ray Hall over to Rouse. Rouse back to Ray Hall. Ray Hall thought about taking a three-pointer but didn't. Spreading the court around is Hall and Rouse. And Rouse puts up the jumper and it's good.
We're looking at an even bigger lead for the Scots now.
Spicer trying another three-point attempt. No good. Cole Noakes working against Jackson Whitley. Couldn't get the shot to fall. He found Blake Davis. Blake Davis to Aya Moreno. Aya Moreno over to Ray Hall. Ray Hall. Fake pass. He does pass it to Rouse. Rouse jumper, no good. Great game so far, 57-51. Scots have come out the locker room on fire. This is Estes. And that's Rouse. Way to get a hand in. Emmanuel Garcia for three. Spicer tried to save that ball. Aya Moreno come up with it. Aya Moreno finding Jackson Whitley. And Jackson Whitley throwing down the dunk. And he was all over Colton Oakes on that dunk. Colton Oakes, jumper no good. Aya Moreno coming up with that rebound. 4-point game, Scots lead. The dunk from Jackson Whitley has got Methodist excited and energized as this is Rouse finding Aya Moreno. Aya Moreno, layup is good. This is Garcia. Blake Davis on the steal and in transition all alone by himself, the easy layup. 57-57 is your score. Methodist playing absolutely great right now. Tie ball game, 13:38 left in the game. We're going to take a timeout here at the Grant Center. And we are back. 57-57 is your score. Oh, knotted up. Maryville jumped out to the early start, but Methodist came back. Didn't let that lead get too big. And the game is tied up again. It has been a close game all game. This is Songster with the ball. Songster over to Hopper. Hopper down low to Walker. Walker back to Hopper. Hopper trying to find Estes. Ball is being kicked around. Shot clock violation. Ball goes out. Whatever you want to call, it is Methodist ball. And it looks like there's another timeout going to be called on the court. We'll be back here with USA South Conference men's basketball tournament action. We are back at the Grant Center, home of the Cougars. We have Methodist and Maryville playing here for the right to play in the championship game tomorrow. Pass to Aya Moreno. Aya Moreno trying to find anyone, but a Scott comes up with the ball there. That was Bowman coming up with that. This is Estes. Estes over to Hopper. Hopper to Bowman. Bowman to Songster. Songster gonna drive in. He finds Walker, and he is blocked. Blake Davis trying to find Aya Moreno. Good hustle there from Aya Moreno. Jump ball is called. Jump ball will go to Maryville. And Colt Noakes checks in for Maryville. So does Blake Bowman. And this would be Caleb Estes. Over to Blake Bowman. Bowman back to Estes. Estes finding Noakes. Noakes will back down. He draws the double teams. This is Bowman. Couldn't corral the passes. He would have had a three-point attempt. And this is Songster coming out. He's going to cross over. Foul is called on the play. Shot did not count. Oh, it's Reese called on that foul. This is Estes. Over to Bowman. Bowman, nice pump fake. Songster over to Estes. Estes over to Bowman. Bowman going to put up the three-point attempt. No good. Colt Noakes sky high for that rebound. And he finds Bowman, who tried the reverse layup. And he thought he got fouled on the play. Clean block maybe, or maybe he just lost the ball. And there's going to be an immediate timeout called on the court. We're going to take it here with him. at the Grant Center. And we are back here at the Grant Center. The Maryville Scots against the Methodist Monarchs. We're still tied up at 57 apiece. As this is Ray Hall with the ball. He finds Blake Davis. Blake Davis back to Hall. Hall over to Aya Moreno. Aya Moreno calling for the ball there. Aya Moreno's going to cross over. He finds Hall down low, and that layup is good. (59-57). Methodist out in front. This is Spicer with the ball. Looking for someone to give the ball to. He finds Songster. Songster over to Bowman. Bowman trying that layup. No good at all. This is Ray Hall. And I'm going to be joined on broadcast by Ja'Cory Burley.
How you doing tonight, Eddie?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you?
Yeah, sorry, ladies and gentlemen, for this quick transition, but I'm back.
And this is going to be a foul called on the play.
And we just seeing great basketball here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, from both teams. Maryville is one of those fundamentally sound teams that you have to get hats on. You have to make sure every guy's accounted for. And when you're playing zone defense, you got to make sure you're communicating with your teammates. And we've seen Methodist come out that quick spark after halftime. Eddie, what do you think about that?
They did, and Methodist played great. Maryville came out the locker rooms on fire, and Methodist didn't let them get too far ahead and came back, tied it up, and now have taken the lead. And like you mentioned earlier, Maryville, if you play zone, they will tear you up as they can absolutely shoot the three ball with Boyer, Spicer, Songster, Garcia, and a host of others. And they will just tear you up from three-point land. And not to mention Colton Oaks down there in the paint working against Big Jackson Whitley.
Yeah. And all the basketball here that's been going on in the playoffs, it's been intense. Last night we seen an intense game with LaGrange hitting that late game buzzer, well, not even a buzzer beater, just before time runs out. We see the guy go up and hit a clutch layup for his team. So it's just been great basketball here in Danville and at the Grant Center.
Definitely, yes. Looks like there was a foul called on the play. So Ray Hall will go to the free throw line.
Eddie, who would you give your halftime player of the game?
Halftime player of the game would have to go to Colton Oaks. He had 14 points. And if I can remember correctly, 14 points and 2 rebounds. He also came up with a block and a steal. And I mentioned earlier, Jackson Whitley stands at 6'9" for Methodist. We didn't expect Colton Oaks to have that big of a game, but he's come out and absolutely been on fire.
Yeah, and when you have those bigger opponents, you have to up your game. Like, as an athlete, you have to up your game to match that intensity of your opponent. So you see Colton Oaks just coming out and recognizing his matchup and saying, I'm not going to let you beat me today.
Definitely, as they say, big-time players make big-time plays, and he is doing just that. As this is Boyer with the ball. Boyer over to Spicer. Spicer to Songster. Songster back to Boyer. He's going to find himself a crease. Over to Bowman. And back to Boyer. He's going to pull up from three-point land. No good. Jackson Whitley sky high for that rebound.
And Jackson Whitley is just a long body. He's very, very lanky. And he just gives you that presence of, oh, yeah, I know he's going to get that rebound because of his long arms. And it's just, and we see him hit a three earlier, so he kind of reminds me of a Porzingis type player that plays for the Knicks. He's kind of long, lanky, still can score a little bit. So he has he can definitely model his game and learn a lot from watching Porzingis play at the next level.
And definitely, I think if there was someone for Jackson Whitley to watch in the NBA, it is going to be Kristaps Porzingis. As you said, they match styles a lot. And we're going to have a group substitution. Colton Oaks and Hoppa going to check in for the Scots, and Blake Davis in for the Monarchs.
And number 22 for Methodist, Davion Ayabarino, if I said that properly.
Ayabarino,
excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, Mom, I don't want to offend Mom back at home. But, yeah, he's had a wonderful game. You can tell he's that definite scorer that you can just put him on the court and say, run the floor. I need you to do this. I need you to give me 15. I need you to give me 17 this half. And he can do that. He'll face you up and square off on that bucket.
And definitely I was talking about this earlier and a little bit yesterday off air with some other broadcasters. Davion Ayabarino has a good shot of being USA South Conference Player of the Year next year, as he is absolutely one of the best players in this conference.
Yeah, definitely. And Colton Oaks goes up and gets another intense rebound over the Methodist
big man.
Postman. Excuse me, I got a little stuck. But, yeah, and he's battling his guts out. He's going out. He knows, like we said, he's going to win that matchup, and a testimony to his fight, the fight that he has in him.
Definitely, as this is Reese working against Spicer, and he's going to get the bucket.
That's a great bucket. We see Reese coming off the bench and giving the Monarchs a spark here.
8:35 remains in this ball game. Methodist out in front. Jumper no good, and he's fouled on the second shot.
And we see Jay Bauer there. He getting his own rebound. This is just a great hustle.
And Jay Boyer might actually be the shortest player on the court right now, but he's out there getting rebounds in the paint, and that's just hard.
Yeah, that's definitely something you need to play at this level of competition here.
NBA Bowman will check into the game here for Maryville. Second shot, no good there. Reese on the rebound. Davis will control. Over to Auburn's. Back to Davis. Back to Auburn's. Playing a game of pitch and catch here. Trying to spread this Maryville defense out. Auburn's loses his dribble. This is going to be Boyer. Finding Bowman. Layup attempt, no good. It's going to be Blake Davis in transition. Nice Euro step to get to the basket. His layup attempt is no good in transition. Colton Oaks will get the rebound. This will be Boyer. He's going to dribble it out, slow things down, and get a good look. 2 back-to-back transition layups missed. Neither coach is going to be happy about that.
Yeah, we see Colton. Excuse me, Eddie. We see Colton Oaks here. He gets fouled as he gets the rebound and try to put it up. And we see a timeout here call. We're going to take it with him, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Ja'Cory Burley back here with Eddie Glenn and Lindsey Fulcher, and we're going to go on break here.
And we are back here. My name is Eddie Glenn, joined by Lindsey Fulcher. 63-58, 7:41 remains in this game. This will be Cope Noakes at the line. First shot attempt is good. Attempt no good. Jackson Whitley on the rebound there. Looks like all the players were frozen in time there for just a second. Auburn's. Great D there from Hoppe. Knocked the ball out of Auburn's hands.
Methodist ahead, 63-59. 7 minutes and 23 seconds left in the ball game.
Just a 4-point game here. Game's not over by any means. Songster for three. No good. Hoppe trying to find Noakes. Auburn's hit, or Aya Moreno hits it out, excuse me. So be Songster on the inbound. Over to Noakes, Noakes to Bowman, Bowman to Estes, Estes to Hoppe, Hoppe to Songster, Songster to Hoppe, Hoppe to Estes. Back to Songster. Great passing here from the Scots as Estes will drive in and find Songster for three, and it's good.
And Songster, a good shooter for the Scots. They're putting it in the right hands, especially with a close game. We've got 62-63, with Methodist still in the lead by one.
That would be Caleb Estes called on that foul there. Trying to force Auburn's into a turnover. This will be Blake Davis handling the ball here for Methodist. He's going to drive in, find an open lane. Cope Noakes tries to block it. No good, but Blake Davis drops the ball in the bucket. This will be Songster outside. Bowman. Nice layup attempt. No good, but he is fouled on the play. Good sportsmanship there from Aya Moreno to help him up. 3-point game. Methodist leads. As Aya Moreno picked up his first foul of the game. This is going to be Bowman at the line. First attempt, no good. Rolls around the rim and came back out. Second attempt, no good neither. They needed those to fall. They are down by three. Aya Moreno, first team all-conference player, called on the travel. This is going to be Tyler Spicer checking into the game here for Maryville.
Now, Eddie, we have 6 minutes left in today's ball game, and we've said from the very beginning it was going to be a close game. So we're still just in a 3-point game here with our Monarchs in the lead right now.
Definitely. This is Songster outside. This is a 3-point game. Estes, nice drive and nice layup to make it just a 1-point game. Blake Davis.
Methodist going to try and fight back here and get a bigger lead.
Aya Moreno pull-up jumper. It's good.
Nice three-pointer from Aya Moreno, making it 67-64 with 5 minutes.
Spicer three-point attempt, no good. Blake Davis on the rebound. That three-point attempt no good on the other end of the court, neither from Rouse. Estes thought about taking his own three-point attempt. He's going to drive in and find Colt Noakes instead. No good. Noakes almost coming up with that rebound. Rouse comes up with it instead. And he's going to go coast to coast and get the foul. (69-64) is the score. 5-point lead here for Methodist. Rouse will look to push this lead to 6 points. And he does not. Still a 5-point game. Songster with that rebound. Songster. And drive in. Pull up jumper is good. Three-point game once again. Teetering in and out of that three-point game here. This is Hall with the ball over to Aya Moreno. Aya Moreno way over to Davis. Davis to Hall. Hall's going to drive in and find Whitley. Layup attempt no good. Hall there for the putback. Jackson Whitley there for the rebound. And Whitley's shot attempt is no good as it was blocked there by Colt Noakes. Foul called on the play. Timeout called on the court. We're going to take it here with them at the Grant Center. We are back here live USA Conference basketball men's tournament action. Jackson Whitley steps up to the free throw line, looking to increase this lead as Methodist has entered the bonus. First shot up and in. As Jackson Whitley has that right hand taped. Looks like he has the thumb taped. Hope he's okay. Second shot is good.
That puts our score at 66-71 with Methodist in the lead with 3 minutes and 44 seconds left in today's game.
It's going to be Boyer on top of the ball here. Boyer finding Spicer. Spicer to Songster. Songster is going to cross over Auburn's, taking him to the hoop, trying to find Noakes. Couldn't handle the pass there. Ray Hall coming up with the turnover. Ray Hall to Auburn's. Auburn's to Blake Davis. Davis to Aya Moreno. Aya Moreno's going to face up and shoot, and it's good. (73-66) is the score. Methodist out in front. Songster outside over to Boyer. Boyer going to drive baseline. Trying to find Spicer. There will be a turnover. Ball will go to Methodist. Bowman will check back into the game here for Maryville. This is Ray Hall over to Aya Moreno. Aya Moreno. Nice fake pass there. And there's a jump ball called. Possession to Methodist. Blake Davis looking to inbound the ball to someone, anyone over to Auburn's. He finds Ray Hall. Ray Hall. Directing traffic is Hall. Hall, nice crossover and moves. Couldn't get that shot to fall. Songster will come up with the rebound. Looking to go coast to coast. He finds Bowman outside for three. No good. Songster with the rebound. Finding Hopper. Hopper finding Bowman. Or Boyer, excuse me. Hopper fouled on that three-point attempt. He will get 3 shots at the line. He can make this just a 6-point game. First shot is good. Second shot good as well. Brian Rouse into the game here for the Monarchs. Could not capitalize on all three as he missed one. And the Monarchs have to get past half court. Blake Davis over to Ray Hall. Ray Hall to Aya Moreno. Aya Moreno, they leave him open, and he's going to make the shot. One minute, 35 seconds remains in this ball game. 75-68 is your score. Both teams in the bonus. Songster for three, and it's no good. Rattles around, and it is out. There was a foul called on the play. And this will send a Methodist player to the line.
That puts number 10, Blake Davis, on the line for a free throw. Also in the bonus. Davis will have 2 attempts here.
And he makes the first one. Eight-point game here. Maryville not out of it, especially with the three-point shooting capability that they have. They find Hopper. Hopper no good. Jackson Whitley on the rebound. This is Aya Moreno. And that's another bucket for Aya Moreno.
Methodist doing whatever they can to stay in the lead.
Spicer to Boyer. They've got to get shots off.
Left in the game.
They're down by 10 if they want to continue playing. They cannot do that. That is a turnover. It is not a turnover. It hit a Methodist player. Methodist is going to have to get shots off, and quick, as 50 seconds remains. You'd have to think Methodist is going to dribble the ball out when they get it and waste as much time as possible. and try and move on to the
Noakes
championship
looking for the
game.
pass. Three-pointer no good. No good again. Maryville trying.
Aya Moreno again. And that pushes this lead to 12 with just 25 seconds on the clock.
And that three-point is good.
Brings the lead back down to 9.
16 seconds.
Big Jackson Whitley gets
the
fouled
dunk.
and he throws down the big-time dunk.
(71-82), 13 seconds left. Both teams in the bonus, and Jackson Whitley up for free throws.
As Maryville has just one senior on the team, and that is Tyler Spicer. A great season, Mr. Spicer. You played well all season. Nothing to hang your head about. As Boyer gets the last second bucket. Your final score, 83-73. Methodist Monarchs win it. They will advance to the championship game tomorrow to play the winner of the next game, featuring the Avery University Cougars and LaGrange College. Fans, we want to thank you for joining us, and we want to ask you to join us for the 7 o'clock game, the second round of the semifinals. Winner of that game will go to the championship to play the Methodist Monarchs. Again, your final score is 73-83. Methodist wins it. Thank you for joining us.